My husband said he's tired of watching our baby. I need advice. I think I'm losing it, and I've been stuck inside with a crying infant for so long that maybe I really have gone nuts. I'm 25 years old. I first met my husband when I was 20, and he was 30. Even though we had a pretty significant age gap, our relationship always seemed to work. I like that he was older and could guide me through life in a way someone my own age couldn't. He was very smart and charming, and I fell in love with him fast. We worked in an office together. He was one of the supervisors, and I was just a summer intern, but we ended up falling for each other despite our differences. My husband proposed after we had been dating for about 8 months, and I said yes since I thought he was the most perfect man a woman could ask for. I had always known him to be this level-headed, mature guy, so his behavior ever since I gave birth to our first child had been shocking and disappointing to me. Our baby has recently been having trouble sleeping, and I have been the only one getting up literally every single time the baby wakes up. I sat my husband down and told him very honestly how tired I was, and that I needed support from him, especially while our baby was going through this restless period. He said that I should have expected this from a newborn, but he would try to help more either way. This only lasted about a week. He did start waking up to comfort the baby, but he just sort of stopped doing it after a week. I would always try to wake him up and ask him to go check on her, but he just grumbled and put a pillow over his head to better ignore me. He was starting to make me feel so alone, and I ended up asking advice from both my own mom and my mother-in-law. Both of them were very supportive, and both seemed upset when I told them about my husband's neglect. My mother-in-law actually called my husband the next day and chewed him out, telling him he needed to step up and take care of his child. It was her words towards him that really snapped him into action, and my husband started waking up every night for the baby and just generally watching her more often and actually giving me breaks to relax from childcare. My husband worked and told me to quit my job when I got pregnant, so I was home with the screaming baby 24/7, and I really appreciated that he had started to take her off my hands so I could have some time for myself again, even if it was just an hour or two here or there. Well, I guess it was all a pipe dream, because after only about 3 weeks of my husband actually watching the baby, he freaked out one night when the baby started crying and screamed at the top of his lungs that he was tired of this shit. His booming yell only made the baby start crying more, and he followed me into the baby's nursery while I tried to comfort her, still yelling. He called me lazy and said he was sick and tired of babysitting our little brat, and that this was a wife's duty, not his, and he had no place watching the baby this much. He said that I knew what I was signing up for when I got pregnant, and I was unreasonable to expect this much help from him. I didn't even try and argue with him. I just cried and fed my baby while trying to tune him out as he yelled and yelled at us in the middle of the night. I slept in the baby's room that night. It was the first time I ever felt scared of my husband. I resent him more every day, and I'm starting to think I made a huge mistake having children with this man. Well, it only took a little while longer for my fears to be concerned, but there's no going back now. Full story linked below.